Parisian tan in her fitted old jeans. She dreams of fame, she takes her name to run that fix the movie screen. She's headed for the big side, that means she's going Hollywood. She's going Hollywood tonight, she's going Hollywood. She's going...
It is the Karel Show. I am Karel, and from the grave, that is Michael Jackson. We are talking with someone that says, can the internet help you make your movie and help get you to the big screen? She's an award-winning director. Her name is Kerstin Karlhuber, and she is here with us now from Vermont as well. Grace Potter we talked to this weekend. She's from Vermont. You're from Vermont. Welcome, Kerstin.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Now let's talk about this. You know, I just talked with the makers of Least Among Saints this last week, Laura Giacomo and then Martin Papazian, who wrote, produced, and directed the film, and they're doing a traditional, release in the theaters. I was talking about nowadays, with all the different avenues to release motion pictures and television, is it easier or harder to be an independent filmmaker? Do you think it's easier? I mean, your recent project, very avant-garde. Do you think it's easier now than before to get a product out?
I definitely think so. You still need to have the talent, and the film still needs to be exceptional. Mm-hmm. But I think that with the new technology and with the publicity you can get on the internet, it's much easier now to get your works out there.
Well, for instance, I'm just going to go straight for the for instance. I have several films that I need to make. And I thought about, maybe I'll do a Kickstarter project or something, or not even a film. I have a really great idea for a TV show, but I bet if we did it as a web series first and built the audience, that we could sell it to a network for more money. So I'd love to get a web show going with this idea that I have, where a talk show host becomes the governor of the state of California and just happens to be gay. Gavin Newsom, our lieutenant governor, has said he would consult on the script for me. Bruce Valanche has said he would help me, write some of it. These are all big, big names. I just got to get it done. Where do I start? I mean, I'm pitching logo October 12th, but that studios don't have a lot of money these days, so where do I get it started?
Right. I'm actually about to launch my first Kickstarter campaign for a new film called Camp Revelation. And so this is my first taste of crowdsourcing. And I think it's an excellent way to make media more participatory. So audience members get a say now. They didn't used to. You were at the mercy of the studios and the TV stations and the networks. So now, through social networking, you can reach audience members who might be interested in your project. You can offer them rewards, motivation for donating a little or a lot of money to your project, and together you can make it.
Now, when someone is, out there just starting out, what they don't realize is that nowadays there are some wonderful assets available to them. For instance, years ago, I got a hold of a Canon XL1, and it changed everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, it just changed. Suddenly, I was, high quality. The video was broadcast quality. We shot music videos on it. We shot a cross-country documentary on it. We shot stuff like that. Nowadays, there's even better. The new Canon still cameras are being used on many sets. I've been shot with them before. I'm out on red carpets all the time now, and you'll see people with these Canon still cameras. Nowadays, for under $3,000 or $4,000, you can actually get a production quality camera, can you not?
Absolutely. We shot Tides of the Heart on a Canon 5D, and the image quality over the last few years has changed so dramatically that the image is as good as the cameras that they're using on Hollywood productions these days.
Do you recommend contests? Do you think that's a good... I've never entered one in my life. The thought of being judged, I'm judged enough. But, I mean, do you think that contests are a good way for young filmmakers or artists to get noticed?
I do. I was actually the artistic director of a film festival for several years, and our mission was to highlight young and up-and-coming filmmakers, get their works out there, and bring different kinds of media to the audiences who wouldn't have had an opportunity otherwise. Also, if you happen to win something at a film festival, if you get an award or a laurel, which is what they give out, it lends a lot of credibility to the next projects that you'll be taking on.
Right, because even though we say we don't pay attention to it, it still sounds good. You know, from the person who brought you, You know, and you might not even know, but you do end up paying more attention to that. Now, Silent Giant Productions, based there in New York City, you're a woman running a production company in a male-dominated industry. What are you, Barbra Streisand? I mean, what is that like? Because really, this is a male-dominated industry, and unless you've got a really good vocal coach, I'm your girl. So, you know, do you find that, is it still hard to be a woman in entertainment?
I think so. Even though I work in independent film and there's a lot more flexibility there, women directors and filmmakers the numbers are low. And I think that women as directors have a lot to offer. So I would love to see those numbers change and, you know, for my career as well, be given more props for what I'm actually doing.
Let's talk about what, you know, some of the things that someone's out there going, I have an idea. You know, Dove S. Simons, he's a great guy. He gives movie seminars out here in California. And my late husband took one and, you know, brought home all the literature, and he and I have become friends. And one of the first things he tells his classes, one of the first things, if you want to make a movie, if you are a filmmaker, two things. A, film what you know, and then B, write a script or find a script that has 2 to 4 people in one place. Look at the movie Hard Candy, which launched, I'm blanking on her name, but it launched her career. That she went on to make Juno, and she was just in the Leo film with all the different mind things going on.
Oh, but, Ellen Page.
Yes, Ellen Page. She started in Hard Candy. That's 2 people at one house for the whole movie. 2 people, one house. And that's all they needed. So find something you know and find a way to make it at one place. Don't you think that's like key if you want to get off the ground as a filmmaker?
Absolutely. I actually recently wrote a blog with tips for new and amateur filmmakers, which is on my website, silentgiantproductions.com. And I said very similar things. I said, for your first several projects, keep it short and keep it simple. Film what you know, which is what I did when I was first starting out. And also don't break the bank. When you're honing your skills and learning your craft, learning how to tell stories visually, save your money until you have that amazing idea and you know how to tell it in the proper way.
Right. In other words, you're not going to start with the $1 million feature. You know, and you shouldn't start with the $1 million feature. So many people do music. Well, I've done 7 music videos now in terms of, well, 3 of them I was in, but the others I wrote, produced, we got filmed. You know, and music videos are a great way to break your chops. It's multiple scenes, you know, editing challenges, syncing challenges. There's a lot that goes into making a music video that actually allows you to hone your skill for filmmaking, and subsequently a lot of people that make music videos go on making movies. I know even you have a music video out that you've made. So music videos are a good way still to get an intro, and there's always a band somewhere that needs a video.
Definitely. I see ads all the time here in New York City for bands looking for filmmakers and directors to make their music videos. And it is like making a short film, and it gives you a chance to just practice. And nowadays, take advantage of the new technology, you know, the cameras and the editing platform prices coming down, and you can really make something that could advance your career.
Kerstin Karlhuber is my guest. Now, Kerstin, if you were given your druthers, what movie would you like to make next? If someone just walked up to you and said, okay, Kerstin, you've paid your dues, here's the budget, I want you to make this, what movie would you like to make?
I would make the film that I'm trying so hard to get made at this point, called Camp Revelation. The themes are dear to my heart, and it's a story of equality and love with LGBT themes, specifically about reparative therapy camps, which is a hot topic these days.
Yeah, we just outlawed them here for kids in California.
Exactly. I'm so happy to hear of the ban in California. And I think it's, in my eyes, the only message worth spreading these days.
What's the budget?
We're about to launch a Kickstarter campaign, and our minimum bare bones budget is $50,000. You need to
contact the GLBT groups in California, like Equality California, and the other groups, and you need to present the themes of your films and see if either A, they won't participate financially, or B, help you throw fundraisers. Certainly it's a message that I think that they would want out as well, and if they can find a way to do it, I've been encouraging organizations to get more involved, gay centers and everything else. So really, now see what we're doing, people? She's got a movie. It's got a theme. She feels good about it. The theme is reparative therapy and GLBT issues. All of a sudden, we're brainstorming where would be a source, maybe an unconventional source, to come up with some money for this. And the ideas start to flow because that's how creative people are. The website is, well, do you want me to give KirstinKarlhuber.com or would you rather give SilentGiantProductions.com?
I think Silent Giant is a little bit easier to spell and remember.
So SilentGiantProductions.com. Go there if you want to see the different ways that if you're a young filmmaker that you can actually start down the way, how YouTube and the internet and other ways can, of course, help you. Oh, no, we're not going anywhere. We're not doing goodbye yet. We're doing the hang up song. I am Karel. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, Kerstin, for joining us today. We'll post links on our website. By the way, when she starts her Kickstarter project, we'll post the links up there. So if you guys want to get involved, you can. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I am Karel. Don't go anywhere.